Today on Great Day Houston, we're going skin deep. We'll show you how to battle those face imperfections without breaking the bank. Plus, can the sun affect the way your skin looks? We'll show you the latest technology that's zapping out those sunspots. And it's beauty masks for every skin type. Find out which one is right for you. Great Day Houston starts now. Now, live from the Channel 11 studios, it's Great Day Houston.
But today we are talking anti-aging. So have you ever purchased those expensive eye creams or face creams? You know, you go into the store and then you get the samples of them basically, and then you're like, should I buy this or shouldn't I? If you've ever wondered if this is better than my oil of Olay, today we're going to answer that question. It's beauty on a budget, and in some cases we may be saving you as much as $150 on face creams today. So that is a good one. Then we're unmasking the face mask. Do you know which is best for your skin? Is it oily? Is it dry? Is it aging? Our skin experts are going to explain. But first, if you could see what aging process was going on under your skin, you know, that tough layer of skin you got there, if you could just kind of go under like an inspector and see what's going on, you may find you're on your way to sunspots, wrinkles, who knows? If you could find out, would you? Well, you may not be wanting to find the sun the next time it's out. You may want to find the shade. Take a look at this.
I'm 37 years old, and I came to the Institute for Anti-Aging because of some brown spots that I noticed on my face, and I was wondering what they were and if there's anything you could do about them. I'm out in the sun a lot because I do a lot of sports outside, bike riding. I'm training for the MS 150, and also just bought a beach house, so there a lot, and you know, spend probably 50 to 60% of my life in the sun. I would like to find out if there's a safer way to tan, because I am out in the sun most of my life, like I said, and I just wanted to find out if there is a safer way. Yes, I worry about damaging my skin, but I felt like it was inevitable with the type of skin I have. I worry about looking older because of the amount of time I spend in the sun, and I don't want to look older. Even though the sun does do damage to my skin, I won't stop tanning because it's my way of life.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay. So to tell us more about this wonderful machine, please welcome Dr. Richard Laconi and Dana Laconi, his wife, to the show, and also Christy, one of their patients who has received a skin analysis. Okay, I'm amazed by this machine, and actually what's interesting is right when I came over here, you showed me the before and after of your hands, Dr. Laconi, right. And what's really funny about this is, of course, Dana, they love before and after the Laconis. I mean, this is why we love you too, because they're so dramatically different. But I don't know if we can get a shot of this, but Dr. Laconi's hands.
Well, this is
one of them has sunspots, and then look at the next one.
You can see that. You can see all the little brown spots, basically from the sun exposure. And then we did the IPL treatment. So I can rotate it around there for you.
Look at that.
So we refuse to see the other hand.
Now there's my old hand, and here's my new hand. There. And of course, like I say, Dana won't let me IPL treat this hand because she likes to show this to people so much. But you know, the other side is that she wanted to do the same thing with my face, and I kind of had to draw. I had to draw the line.
You definitely had to draw the line.
I'm not going to walk around with
You guys are a good cocktail party. Hey, Dana's like, look, before and after. That's so great. But anyway, explain what this machine, you know, what it diagnoses first of all. Getting a skin analysis, what it would diagnose.
The Visia machine is a old technology with a new twist. Basically, it still uses a technique that dermatologists and doctors in general have used to analyze skin problems with a certain wavelength of light that makes melanin show up. It makes other problems of the skin show up very, very prominently. So what the Visia did was take that light, couple it with a digital computer that does a scan, and then actually prints a picture that you can take home with you. And not only that, it has recommendations for everything it finds. So if it says you've got large pores, it tells you what to do about that. If you've got photo aging and sunspots, then it will tell you what to do about that. But the main thing is you get to walk home, and you take it home, it's got your picture, it shows you.
So this isn't one we're putting up on our MySpace account or on the refrigerator,
This is not going to go on the refrigerator, I guarantee you. You're not going to show it to your new boyfriend.
No, no. Oh, I have one. That's good. So, Christy, you went in for this, and why did you want to do this?
Well, I just started noticing the brown spots on the side of my face, and at first I thought, oh, my freckles are finally growing together to give me this beautiful tan, but that wasn't what it was. So we talked about what we could do about it, and you know, I spend most of my time in the sun through training and running and biking, and just bought a beach house, so just always out there, and wanted to actually know if there was a safer way to tan. I found out there isn't.
Yeah, no, that
very
would be tan
disappointing.
In a bottle,
right,
we'll talk about a little bit later.
Spray on.
Yeah,
spray on, which is great.
But you know what? I want to see. You know, basically, if you look at Christy, she looks beautiful. But when you see how old are you?
37.
37. Okay. What's the right age for this? Is it any age, or is it too late if you're in your 50s?
It just depends on your skin type. Some skin types are more vulnerable to some of the ravages of aging, particularly sun. You know, people who are darker and have more oil, their skin is more durable. But still, sun exposure is, you know, other than the intrinsic aging process, sun exposure is the #1 driving force in the aging of our skin, other than your own genetic issues.
And that starts when you're a baby.
Yeah.
And we actually
Keep
have
your
brought
kids out
in
of the sun.
patients that, and we'll bring their children in, like 5 or 6, and you can already see the damage, the brown spots are starting to form, like on their nose. And so you really have to start with your children, apply sunscreen.
Oh, wow.
And young skin's more vulnerable.
Right.
So the damage is done even more so when you set your child out in the sun and that kind of thing. So
let's talk about damage, because we have your pictures, and so this is your analysis. You're doing it live on Great Day Houston. Yes. So she's very excited about this. Okay, so what's going on Christy's face here?
Well, you can see all the brown spots. They're lit up in, well, this actually is a photograph that shows the unevenness. You can see the red spots, the brown spots, and some of the, you know, just unevenness of the skin.
Okay, so you guys are kind of getting a map of also what's underneath, what's going to be coming up,
right?
Too. And then there's another picture. We have another one. Let's take a look at it to see what else we're seeing. Believe we have another one. Hopefully.
Should be
change
the
the picture, please, if we could do that.
the darker one.
Okay. Well, we were looking for darker sin spots. Okay, they're not coming up apparently. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is your forehead. See, it doesn't look like, I'm looking at her right here, and you don't have a ton of makeup on. And this is what this very intense picture shows.
Right.
What is this?
Well, last week when she came in, she had dark spots all over her face. And she didn't know what to do about them. She thought that they were going to be there forever. She thought that she was going to age and they were going to get darker. And that's you know, that was a week ago, and we got her today.
Okay, now here's
all those
another
little
one.
dark spots are generally photo aging. Some people call them freckles, but they're really lentigines. You know, it's a technical
There
name.
you go, looking with those fancy names. So what is a lentigine?
It's a melanin accumulation in the skin that's a result of aging and sun exposure. And that's what the IPL is all about. And that's what those things on my hand
Okay,
are.
so here's the side of her face. Now, what is it showing? That this is one of the pictures is showing the
dark spots.
Showing wrinkles around her eyes,
wrinkles around the eyes.
as
That's
well with Botox.
a different issue.
Well,
Still aggravated by sun.
Okay, so
and
we
squinting
see
in the sun.
Yeah, squinting, and she does a lot of that when she's running.
Yeah.
So all of these things we just saw. So great, you get to see this. Oh, fantastic, great. I get to see, and I got to show everybody on TV on my vlog.
Yes.
But now there are treatments for every one of these little things. Let's start with the sunspots first. So I'm looking at your forehead. It looks fabulous. It's quite remarkable. If you could just look at camera 4, I want to show that. Compared to what you all saw on, you saw those sunspots? Now, what treatment was that?
That was a photofacial treatment. We did one. In fact, most people need 2 or 3. We did one. She was dark, had the spots turned darker in a few days, and they just flaked off yesterday.
Yeah, basically over the weekend.
They got darker, and then they just started flaking off?
Yeah, and I thought they were going to flake off horribly, but they don't really, you don't notice it. They just kind of go away, and when you wake up and they're gone.
Now
so it's not even hard to do.
I've gotten a photofacial before, and I had it actually on my neck and my chest, and it ended up horribly. It wasn't from you all.
Well, they didn't do the right frequency.
Okay, because I would be worried about that. You know, I had a checkerboard on my chest basically. Right. So just what are the warning? You know, I had just gone to LA and I have a big tan.
That's the problem there. You would not want to do this with tanned skin because it picks up the melanin. It's looking for the brown spots, and if you're tanned all over, then it's going to.
So they're the settings.
Yeah, here we are setting.
So I got 100.
Yeah.
Apparently.
But no, the key thing is you want to be out of the sun 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after. So you can go up the brown spots, not your skin.
Because it does look amazing. Now then, also you did stuff for the crow's feet, right? You put some Botox.
That's just Botox.
Okay, so all you did was just freeze the muscle. You didn't fill it with anything.
No.
Okay,
just relax the muscles.
But you just look remarkably different than those
She
pictures. So,
didn't need it, yeah.
what other little things can you do for this treatment? Once you find the pictures and you see that, okay, you got the crow's feet with Botox, then you got the Photofacial, get rid of the sunspots. What else is there?
Well, there's things, of course, we did in the office, like the Botox and the IPL, but there's also things you can do at home, like a Retin-A-based daily skincare program with some glycolic scrubs. Depending on your skin type and how well you can tolerate that, you will scrub your face with glycolic acid, rinse it off in your shower, and then put on something like Retin-A that helps lighten the skin, helps correct sun damage. Scientific studies show it helps build collagen and correct the photoaging or sun-damaged deep problems that are created by the sun. Helps improve the collagen.
And the skin lightening.
So that was just a Photofacial you had done on your hands.
The IPL Photofacial. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
okay, and that was on your forehead. I will admit, I don't know if you can see it on TV, but up close, it's really quite remarkable. So I want to thank both of you all for being here. And thank you, Christine, for being so honest and exposed. You can also go to y'all's website, the name of it.
Antiage.com.
Antiageinstitute.com.
Leave it to the doctor doesn't have to know that. He just walks around with two different hands, Dana. Don't worry about it. But anyway, you guys are so great. But as you alluded to, those creams, they could be expensive sometimes. You talked about Retin-A. Coming up, whether you sit in the sun or avoiding it, you do need a good face cream, as Dr. Laconi just said. The question is, do you need to pay the high prices for this precious product? It's Splurge versus Steal face creams. That's up next.